Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So today we have one interesting question which reads to say, two machines A and B produce 40% and 60% of the daily output respectively. Each machine also produces a total of 3% and 5% respectively of items that are defective. So the first question tells us to say an item is selected at random. Find the probability that it is defective. So we don't know which item they wanted. So this question was just left blank for us. So we'll just convert the 40% to a decimal, giving you 0.4. And we'll convert the 60% to a decimal, giving you 0.6. Remember, 3% belongs to 0.4. So it is 0.03, and 5% belongs to 0.6, which is 0.05. So this is the daily output machine A produces, and this is simply the daily output machine B produces. They have told you that machine A produces 0.03 items which are defective, and machine B produces items which are 0.05 defective. So for you now to find the probability that a machine which produced the defective items comes from A is where you multiply this times that, this times this, and add them to find the probability that the items selected were defective. So 0.4 times 0.03 and 0.06 times 0.02. So you know for sure that 0.4 times 0.03, you get the value to be 0.012 plus 0.6 multiplied by 0.05, you get the value to be 0.03. 0.06 multiplied by 0.05, you get the value to be 0.003. So 0.03. Then from here, you add 0.012 plus 0.03, you get the value to be 0.042. So this is how basically you handle such kind of questions. Then they are telling you to say, hence, find the probability that it came from machine B. So now this is where we bring in the idea of Bayes' theorem. Remember Bayes' theorem? You first look at a prior event before you look at a posterior event. So for us, these are the prior events A and B. So for you to get the probability that the machine came from B, you will say the daily output of B multiplied by the defective divided by the total. So we know for sure that the probability that it came from B was 0.03, and the total of the daily output of both A and B is basically 0.042. So you will divide 0.03 divided by 0.042, you get the value to be 0.7143. So this is how basically you handle such kind of questions. Your host, Golden Zulu.